What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to teach you how to have more style on your wakeboard behind the boat. When you're wakeboarding, do you look like this? But maybe you wish you looked a little bit more like this. If so, this could be a pretty solid video for you, so stay tuned. Full disclosure, I am not claiming to have awesome style in any way whatsoever. I actually find my own style somewhat basic, but these are some things that I feel kind of help me out, so maybe they'll help you too. Also, this video is going to have no structure whatsoever. I'm just going to kind of ramble on about different kinds of things that I think will help better your style. First things first, and I think this is probably the most important thing, but I think in order to have good style, you definitely need to be completely in control while you're wakeboarding. So if you're the guy chucking laid out tantrums or doing super weird penciled out threes and you're just completely out of control, chucking tricks and kind of just doing tricks out of your league, maybe it's time to sort of take a step back. In order to be more in control, I honestly think that spending a lot of time on the water is most important. Really making sure you get those wake-to-wake jumps dialed, your toe side wake-to-wake jumps dialed, and doing 180s from every different direction, and just being able to have that handle placement pretty close to your hips at all times. I think this is very important and will help you be more in control. So make sure that you're riding a lot, and if you can't afford the fuel, maybe try and get out to a cable park. And if there's not a cable park nearby, try and find a buddy that has a jet ski, or if you have your own jet ski, hop behind that thing. The fuel is a lot cheaper, and overall just getting that board control and being on the water for a long period of time, this will definitely help you be more in control. All right, so let's say now you're in control, but you don't necessarily know what to do, and maybe your wake-to-wake jump looks like a boner air, like this. Well, something you could do to maybe make this look a little bit better is loosen up, kind of separate your upper body from your lower body, kind of twist at the hips. You could maybe do a shifty or even add a grab to it, maybe an indie shifty like this one. I just sort of spoke about loosening up at the hips, separating your upper body kind of from your lower body. Here's another example. I'm doing a backside 360 here, but I'm sort of spinning my upper body at a different rate than my lower body, and the board kind of almost catches up with my spin after I've already finished. And I think this looks much better than sort of a penciled out backside 360. Speaking of penciled out 360s, here's an example of a penciled out frontside 360. If your 360 sort of looks like this one, there are ways to fix it. If you're not so good at breaking loose at your hips, maybe you could add a grab to this one. And for example, in this clip right here, I'll just bring my front foot up and grab nose grab, and I'll be doing a nose grab frontside 360. I definitely find that the nose grab frontside 360 looks a lot better than the penciled out frontside 360, so give it a try. And you don't necessarily have to do a nose grab. You can add whatever grab you'd like or whatever grab is most comfortable for you, so try a few different ones out. Grabs, of course, not just on your spins though. I was talking about the guy that does the out of control laid out tantrum earlier. There's definitely a few grabs you could throw onto that. The easiest one, for example, would be the indie grab, so try and keep that board kind of close to your body and bring it down to your hand and grab indie on it and flip over, and I feel that you look a lot more in control and have a lot more style whenever you are doing a nice indie tantrum rather than that crazy laid out one. Indie is a pretty basic grab, however I do find it pretty cool, even though it's probably the easiest one to do. But if you do want to challenge yourself, a crail is maybe a good one to try. This is one of the more difficult grabs. You kind of got to reach across your body, bring your front foot up, and grab the nose of your board with your rear hand. Here is an example of a crail tantrum. Earlier, I was speaking about sort of breaking your hips loose and having your upper body kind of separate from your lower body. I definitely find this very important, and something else I think that is pretty cool to try and do is let your board almost sort of drift behind you. In this example here, I definitely have my hips broken loose, and I come in, switch to the wake, and kind of do a cab 180 wing, but I twist my body a little bit more than 180, maybe all the way to 270, and I'm grabbing melon and letting that just drift out behind me, and then making sure I maintain that line tension to bring that board back down underneath me. Letting that board drift out behind you like this is definitely a cool way to sort of express your grabs, and you can add all sorts of different kinds of grabs to a cab wing like this. You could also do like a toe side bat wing type trick and do all sorts of different grabs on that as well. So yeah, try some of those out and make them your own. And last but not least, I guess, is if your style is pretty basic like mine, or at least that's what I think of my style anyway, is something you can do that is always pretty impressive is just try and make sure you go bigger than everyone else, and something that is pretty cool that you can do that shows that you're still in control is really big glides. So instead of doing sort of an out of control railie, you can come booking it into the wake and do a big indie glide, tail glide, hoochie glide, something like this, and holding that grab and showing you have that strength to kind of stay in control with that big of air time is really impressive. So these are definitely something you can do. These are just some examples I have from my personal riding. You don't necessarily want to look like me, so I highly advise you to go find 5 or 6 of your favorite riders out there. There's tons of top pros on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever social platforms you want to find them on, but find quite a few of your favorite riders and check out their styles and draw some inspiration from them and sort of create your own style. You want to be unique, you want to be different from everyone else, and I think that's very cool. Anyways, that's kind of the advice that I have for today. So stay in control. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment below what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. And remember, I'll be uploading a wakeboarding video every second day forever. So make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.